Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will narrate an exciting DC Extended Universe movie titled Blue Beetle, released in 2023. So, this film tells the story of a handsome young man, much like the host of this channel, who accidentally acquires superpowers from a beetle-shaped object originating from another world. What happens next? Let's follow the storyline. The film opens in Antarctica, where a CEO named Victoria Cord has just arrived to meet her right-hand man, Ignacio Carapax, and her chief scientist, Dr. Sanchez. Victoria's visit here is not to mine ice, but to extract a large rock containing an object she has been searching for, the blue beetle scarab. The scarab, also known as Kajidi, comes from another universe created by an alien race known as the Reach, with the purpose of destroying planets for their own interests. However, when the blue beetle arrives on Earth, the Reach loses its database, preventing the beetle from destroying the planet. Instead, the blue beetle settles there until it is eventually discovered and merges with a pharaoh named Kayefri. Kayefri uses the beetle's power to rule his kingdom. After Kayefri's death, the beetle is buried with him, and no one can find it. But one day, an archaeologist named Dan Garrett managed to find it and merged with it, turning Dan Garrett into the superhero known as Blue Beetle. After Dan Garrett's passing, the beetle was eventually passed on to his apprentice named Ted Cord, or Victoria's brother. Unfortunately, the beetle refused to merge with Ted's body. Consequently, Ted created advanced technology to become his own Blue Beetle, much like the superhero Batman. However, one day, Ted mysteriously disappeared, and no one could explain his departure. It was the power of the beetle that made Victoria relentlessly pursue the Blue Beetle. The scene then shifts to a young man named Jamie Reyes, who has just returned to the city of Palmera after graduating from college. He is welcomed by his family, including his father Alberto, mother Rocio, younger sister Milagro, and grandmother Nana. Additionally, there is an uncle named Uncle Rudy who has a strong fondness for his Toyota Hilux. However, while Jamie is enjoying his meal, Milagro delivers some bad news that the family is actually at risk of losing their home due to rising rent prices. Furthermore, Mila also informs that Alberto has recently been suffering from heart disease. Despite the significant challenges they face, Alberto remains optimistic, assuring that they can overcome it. The next day, Jamie and Milagro start earning money by working at Victoria's grand mansion. There, Jamie observes Victoria and Carapax entering the house, where they are welcomed by Victoria's niece named Jennifer or Jenny, who also happens to be the daughter of Ted Cord. Jenny expresses her frustration as Victoria plans to reactivate the OMAC project, the one-man army crop, which her father shut down years ago. However, Victoria ignores her and brings up Jenny's father's mysterious disappearance. When Carapax threatens Jenny, Jamie intervenes, and Milagro, who has just come out of Victoria's room, joins them. Seeing this, Victoria immediately fires both of them. While waiting for a ride, Jamie encounters Jenny, who sympathizes with him and gives him her phone number to offer him a job at Cord Industries. In short, the next day, Jamie arrives at Cord Industries, accompanied by his enthusiastic family. Meanwhile, inside the building, Jenny stealthily sneaks into the laboratory and discovers that Victoria is using the blue scarab in her experiments to create OMAC. Concerned about potential danger, she steals the scarab and smuggles it into a fast food container. Dr. Sanchez is shocked to discover that the scarab is missing and immediately orders the staff to lock all building doors. While waiting in the lobby, Jamie finally sees Jenny coming down the elevator. He approaches her, but nervousness causes Jamie to postpone his job interview. Jamie declares his readiness to do whatever is necessary, and Jenny hands him a container holding the scarab, instructing him not to open or touch what's inside and to guard it with his life. Jenny then urges Jamie to leave before the staff closes the doors. Jamie takes the food box home and shows it to his family. Despite being forbidden to open it, the family insists Jamie open the box. Upon opening it, they find a blue scarab, seemingly a toy. They play with the scarab, and when Jamie touches it, the scarab suddenly reacts. It crawls onto Jamie's hand before lunging at his face and then entering his body. At that moment, Jamie begins to evolve into Blue Beetle, adorned in a sophisticated superhero costume. Afterward, he soars into the sky toward the atmosphere. Jamie then hears a voice from the suit identifying itself as Kajide begins testing his abilities, causing Jamie to feel frightened as he flies across the city. Not only did Jamie fly, but he also accidentally caused damage, such as splitting a bus in half to avoid a collision. Kajide then brings Jamie back home. When the family considers calling the police, Uncle Rudy immediately stops them. He realizes that if the police find out, it could have negative consequences for their family, and Jamie might be detained by the government. Upon waking from his unconscious state, Jamie discovers that the scarab has merged with his body. He intends to meet Jenny to seek help in removing the scarab. Upon arriving at Court Industries, Jamie finds Jenny being chased by guards. He instructs Jenny to get into the car and takes her back home. Upon arrival, Rudy is furious because the car Jamie brought was damaged due to shots from the court guards. In the midst of Rudy's anger, Jenny explains to the family what the scarab is and how they chose Jamie as its host. However, despite the detailed explanation, the family doesn't trust Jenny because she's part of court. They feel that they don't care about people like them. Nevertheless, Jamie still trusts Jenny and asks her to release him. Jenny explains that she has a secret place that might be able to remove the scarab, but to access it, she needs a key located at Court Industries. For safety, Rudy is ready to assist his nephew. Jamie, Rudy, and Jenny go to Court Industries, where Rudy brings a CCTV disruptor so that Jamie and Jenny can enter the building safely. Once inside the building, Jenny reveals her key, which turns out to be a sophisticated watch made by her father, Ted. As they return to the car, they are suddenly confronted by Corapax, who immediately attacks Jenny. Fortunately, Kajide intervenes, quickly transforming Jamie into Blue Beetle. Seeing his opponent is highly advanced and equipped with elite armor, Carapax activates his imperfect OMAC prototype suit. Carapax then starts to pummel Jamie relentlessly. As Jamie struggled, Kajide took control of the scarab, unleashing a plethora of weapons to fight Carapax, eventually rendering him powerless. When Kajide attempted to use lethal force, Jamie immediately stopped it as he is not a killer. Instead of admitting defeat, Carapax rose again and managed to overpower Jamie. Carapax claimed that Jamie's love for his family made him weak. As Carapax was about to kill Jamie, Rudy and Jenny used a truck to launch a generator, hitting Carapax. After that, they took Jamie away from the scene. Jenny then brought them to her childhood home. Using the smartwatch, she transported them to Ted's laboratory, where Rudy recognized his attire as the costume of an old superhero known as the Blue Beetle. There was also the suit of Ted's predecessor, Dan Garrett, who passed on his mantle to Ted, and Ted, in turn, built his own technology since Khajiit did not choose him as it did with Dan Garrett and Jamie. While Rudy examined the scarab, Jenny and Jamie had a private conversation. Jenny talked about her mother's death and the mysterious disappearance of Ted. She also revealed that Jamie was fortunate to still have a family. Rudy then called them to show the results, where he learned that there was no way to remove the scarab from Jamie unless he was dead. The scarab had become symbiotic and would remain inside Jamie's body to protect him. Upon learning this, Jamie felt burdened and desperate. As Jamie was contemplating, Rudy approached and conveyed that Jamie needed to have a strong personality and use his power for good. At that moment, they noticed Victoria's helicopter heading towards the city of Palmyra. From this, Jamie realized that Victoria would ruthlessly pursue his family. Jamie asked Khajiit to transform into Blue Beetle. However, for some reason, Khajiit did not respond. Jamie then remembered that Khajiit would activate when he was threatened. Without further thought, Jamie leaped from a height, successfully triggering Khajiit's transformation into Blue Beetle. Meanwhile, the Reyes family was having dinner when suddenly they were surrounded by Victoria's forces. They were then taken outside to provide information about Jamie's whereabouts. At the same time, Jamie finally arrived and fought the soldiers without killing them. In the midst of the chaos, Jamie asked his family to leave. However, as they were about to leave, Alberto suddenly suffered a heart attack. Seeing his father collapse, Jamie tried to help, but at the same moment, Carapax shot a hook into Jamie's body, rendering him helpless. Jamie was then taken away with Victoria, while the Reyes family mourned Alberto's death and the loss of their burnt-down home. Nana informed them that they had to set aside their grief to save Jamie. Jenny helped and took them back to Ted's laboratory, where she provided them with weapon equipment to fight against Cord. Not only that, Jenny also allowed Rudy to pilot her father's Blue Beetle aircraft, and they began flying to the island where Victoria conducted her experiments. Meanwhile, Jamie was bound to a machine extracting the power of the scarab to transfer it to Carapax's OMAC suit. Dr. Sanchez reluctantly assisted, aware that it could potentially kill Jamie. The Reyes family and Jenny finally arrived on the island and landed their ship towards the guards. In addition to flying, the Blue Beetle aircraft could also crawl like a beetle. Entering the underground channels, Jenny took Milagro to search for Jamie. While hiding, they accidentally discovered thousands of OMACs that Victoria planned to use as weapons during the war. During the experiment, Jamie began to lose consciousness and found himself in the realm between life and death. There, he encountered Alberto, who had passed away. Although Jamie was ready to join his father, Alberto insisted that Jamie must accept his fate because he was now the Blue Beetle, tasked with protecting people from evil. From this, Jamie rose, leaped into the Blue Beetle, and instantly, he was alive again. As the transfer completed, and Corapax got his own bodysuit, Jenny detonated a bomb, causing a power outage and freeing Jamie. Dr. Sanchez, who turned out to be from Mexico, then helped Jamie escape after becoming disgusted with Victoria. Unfortunately, after assisting Jamie, Dr. Sanchez was killed by Corapax. Jamie ran to find the way out, but in the midst of it, he was confronted by the guards. Fortunately, at that moment, Grandma Nana arrived and cleared the guards away. Nana revealed to Jamie that she used to be a revolutionary. On the other side, Jenny and Mila, searching for an exit, were suddenly separated by falling debris. Jenny was captured by Victoria. Meanwhile, Jamie successfully reunited with his family. Before going to rescue Jenny and Mila, Rocio blessed Jamie, telling Kajidi that they must unite to protect each other. Jamie then went to rescue his sister and began beating the guards. After defeating them all, Carapax, now using the cord skin, suddenly attacked. He dragged Jamie outside and threw him off the building. Jamie then created a sword from Kajida's suit. An epic battle unfolded between the two. Unfortunately, Jamie, still wearing the elite skin, was easily defeated by Corapax. When Corapax was about to kill Jamie, he was suddenly hit by rocks thrown by Rudy. This enraged Carapax, leading him to shoot a missile at Rudy. Witnessing his uncle being shot, Jamie became furious and directed all his powers to attack Corapax, eventually rendering him powerless. Meanwhile, Victoria attempted to escape with a helicopter, holding Jenny captive. However, Jenny used chewing gum created by Ted to cause the helicopter to crash onto the island. As Jamie was about to kill Corapax, Kajida suddenly stopped him. Kajida then showed Jamie memories transferred from Corapax, revealing the tragic events in Carapax's past. He lost his mother when he was a child when a bomb dropped by Cord Industries fell on his village. Victoria recruited him as a child soldier and subjected him to experimental enhancements to turn him into a weapon. Realizing this, Jamie helped Carapax stand and told him that his love for family made him very strong. At that moment, Jenny intentionally damaged Victoria's device containing the Scarab code, preventing her from creating any more OMAC. Kajidi then informed Jamie that Corapax overloaded the OMAC core in his suit, which would cause him to explode and destroy the entire island. Victoria ordered Carapax to kill the Reyes family, but he was done with them and began dragging her towards the inevitable explosion. Jamie quickly flew to the aircraft to join his family, while the island, remnants of the OMAC suit, and Victoria and Carapax vanished. After taking a moment to mourn Alberto, Jenny joined them. A few days later, Jenny took over as the CEO of Cord Industries and announced that they would no longer produce weapons. Meanwhile, the Reyes family held a funeral for Alberto, and neighbors showed up with food and drinks to express their support. The family pledged to work together to rebuild their lives. However, Jenny appeared and informed them that Cord Industries would replace their home. She and Jamie walked away together, with her mentioning that she would return to her father's house and offering him a ride. They kissed, and the family gave them encouragement before Jamie activated his Blue Beetle suit and soared into the sky with Jenny. In the mid-credits scene at Ted's laboratory, a video suddenly played, and it was Ted himself calling Jenny to reveal that he is actually still alive, concluding the film. Alright, that wraps up the storyline of the Blue Beetle movie. I hope you enjoyed the narrative I presented, and I apologize for any inaccuracies or unclear explanations. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. That's it for now, see you in the next video.